Sweet, we are live. We're gonna get the late night crew in today. I've got a sweet little office. Sweet little office here. I'm gonna give a little tour here in a little bit. Treat me well in Phoenix. We're gonna get the late night crew on today. It'll be interesting to see who we get on. Maybe we get some people from Asia. Yeah, is this an 8K TV? This thing's sweet. They got the little fireplace. Adventures in Bitcoin. What's going on? We're seeing kinetic energy. What up? Oh, I gotta show you guys this. This place is pretty dope. These guys are treating me real nice. Check out the Christmas tree here. Sweet little Christmas tree. Why are BitConnect interest rates 20 times lower than the BTC for today? Yeah, the interest rates has been an interesting topic of conversation here lately. Yeah, welcome to Arizona. This is a nice little spot. Yeah, the interest rates I think is an interesting topic. There's been a lot of people that are kind of interested as to why we're seeing so much volatility with coin, and we're not really seeing that represented with BitConnect's volatility. I think there's a couple of different things to kind of consider. I mean, there is a reserve fund that they have associated with that. There's they're going to lock in certain price points. It's not a guaranteed that it's Bitcoin goes up 10% that we're going to see a 10% interest rate in Bitcoin. It doesn't really quite work out that way. And I think there's a lot of other things that are going on behind the scenes. There's money's being distributed in a lot of different ways. So it's not going to be an exact science. I think people just really kind of need to be thankful. I think with what the system's paying out currently. Sometimes it's going to be low. It's just kind of one of those things. Bitcoin short-term correction. Yeah. So like 2 hours ago, we were seeing Bitcoin trading at $22,000 in all three Korean exchanges. So BitThumb, Coin1, and Corbit. All three were trading at $22,000. And that was I think it was a huge trend. I was actually anticipating that we were going to see the market come up quite a bit. But now, actually, if you look into the markets, the prices have come down to about the $18,000 level, and you're seeing a little bit of a retraction in Bitcoin's price. So huge spike. You were going to have to imagine a little bit of a retraction there. So I mean that's kind of I think where I see things moving here for the next little bit. But yeah. Yeah, Joey Rocket's house. Yeah, I'm gonna meet up with Joey Rocket here maybe tomorrow. Introduce him to my friends. Yeah, sweet little spot, huh? But yeah, I mean, Bitcoin is the number one currency being traded right now. I mean, that's where the action is in the market. It's still trading really heavily in Asia, and that's I think a trend we're going to see here, at least in the short term. Let's see if I can get CoinMarketCap on here. So I'm working with these guys on a really interesting project. They got some different things in the works, and so I'm going to do a little bit more in-depth kind of explanation on some of the stuff that they're doing. They're working on a couple of really interesting projects, and they have some big names behind them. So let's see. Let's bring this up here. Asia is king of crypto right now. It is. That's where you're seeing all the trading volume. So we're coming here. Let's just look at the currency. I mean, Bitcoin. This is actually going to work out a lot better on this screen here. Bitcoin is currently trading 58% of the market. Number one is in Bitfinex, BitThumb. This is kind of what you're seeing. You're seeing a big price difference though, and part of that is kind of volatility, headlined by basically some of the Korean exchanges. But Ethereum trading 7%, Bitcoin Cash, IOTA still trading. This was second the other day, so it's come down quite a bit. And I was saying that we were kind of waiting for a little bit of a dip before you can kind of buy back in. So it might come down a little bit more, but I think IOTA might be a good buy-in at this point. Litecoin, Ripple still trending, Ethereum Classic. Well, one of the things I wanted to show you guys, and this is kind of one of the things I've been doing here recently, is just coming into the price of Bitcoin. Coming into the price of Bitcoin, we're going to come into the markets where it's trading, and I'm going to click on price to organize this by price. So just a few hours ago, you can see all these $18,000 Bitcoin prices. These were all at about $22,000 Bitcoin. And so headlined by all the Korean exchanges. So Bithumb, Corbit, and Coin One. And those are doing the most, you can see the amounts of volume they're doing. So these other ones, I try to kind of ignore some of these because they're not doing a whole lot of sizable volume, but you're seeing about 2 billion being traded on Bithumb here. It's a pretty substantial portion of the market, currently about 11% of the Bitcoin market here. So you're seeing a lot that's happening right now in Asia, and typically, that's where I'm seeing the market go for me. So let's take a look at some of the other trends. I want to look at a few different other things here. If you guys have questions, feel free to shoot them my way. I'll give you guys my thoughts, my insights on what we're seeing. But Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, kind of the top trending pairs here. So let me. Where is Bithumb getting so much money? I mean, the Korean market is just. So Korea has been one of the more innovative countries in terms of, if you're looking at all of the different countries and ranking different levels of innovation, Korea has always been at the top for a long time. And so I really, some of the different things that I've been in, you see some of the most innovation really coming out of those areas. I mean, you see Korea and really the foreigners, right? And so right now, the cryptocurrency market is very centered in Korea, and that's a big reason why I'm really looking forward to going out there and exploring a little bit and finding a little bit more about the market. Mike Lux, what's going on? What sort of arbitrage are you saying? That was a big one I'm looking at doing. I'm looking to figure out, maybe get a banking service in Korea where we can send won back to the States or transfer into USD, so that we can essentially kind of run that triangle, is basically buying Bitcoin or selling Bitcoin in Korea. You're going to sell into Korean won, and the won you need to transfer to USD, and then from USD buying Bitcoin. And that's going to be, I mean, you could do that all day right now. I mean, there's such huge differences in price. That's a humongous arbitrage opportunity. I love Korea, been to Seoul and Busan. Yeah, Busan's, I hear really good things about Busan. Trying to mooch $5 off of Clover. Do you like Binance? Yeah, I really do like Binance. The exchange was trading pretty substantially here. It was in the top 5, and here, look, it's currently trending at number 6. So right now, it's trading primarily IOTA, Bitcoin, Ethereum. So you can see a lot of these. This is an interesting one, Decentraland. I haven't heard of this one. Let's take a look at this real quick. Decentraland. It's got $120 million market cap. It's been on the market here since September, really starting to come down, and we just saw a huge surge in volume here. But I bet if we come into the market, it's being traded in Bittrex and Binance and Liqui, Ether Delta. Interesting little coin. But yeah, as far as the exchanges, Binance, has been really trending in the top 5, and followed followed by a lot of these other ones. Bitflyer, a Japanese exchange, been doing a lot of trading here recently. Hit BTC. So yeah, we're seeing quite a bit of activity in Korea, Japan, Hong Kong. IOTA made Binance, in my opinion. I like how you can use Binance Coin to get like 50% off fees. Yeah, that was I heard a little bit about that. I still need to do a little more research into it. I haven't been trading per se a whole lot on the exchange, but I'm very interested in it. I think that there's a lot of potential there. I've just been so busy with traveling and everything. I really haven't gotten into trading as much as I'd like. Binance doesn't honor their referrals. I'll have to look into that. What do you think about all this talk about UK shutting down BCC? A bunch of FUD that was being spread by a bunch of YouTubers that weren't doing their research and due diligence. It was basically based on an old filing in the UK. Yeah, it's not relevant anymore. It's becoming BitConnect International, and it's going to be run by all of the top promoters in all the different regions. Clover, how are you able to flip-flop over time zones with so much ease? Yeah, I mean, I'm going over to Dubai here on Wednesday, so I'm sure I'll have a little bit of jet lag, but yeah, I don't know, man. I just, I kind of make do with what I got. I think, I don't necessarily have to be anywhere or have a certain time I need to be doing stuff. Like I don't have like a 9 to 5 per se. So I just kind of, I get in where I fit in. Got on the late. Where you at now? Yeah, I'm in Phoenix. It's yeah, I know it's late. That's probably why I don't have a whole lot of people on the stream. I'll try to do one here in the morning. But yeah, I just wanted to come on for a little bit. I probably won't stay on too long, but I just wanted to do a quick little market overcap, just because we saw so much activity today. I mean, we saw just Bitcoin exploding. What was the high? I know the high in Korea was $22,000, and so we're seeing a dip back. So Bitfinex right now it's 14,000. What's going on, Dom? Let's I think another interesting trend that we were seeing was BitConnect. BitConnect's price was about 20% last time I checked. Now it's down to 3%. Ooh, interesting. It went down considerably. It's at 386 right now. So it was way up earlier today. I saw it hit 450 at one point. But you're seeing a lot of the coins down. Bitcoin Cash is doing pretty well. Let's come into Bitcoin. Bitcoin is at, doing this here. So I'm gonna switch this around just to document this a little bit. So really the only coin right now that we're seeing that's doing pretty well is Bitcoin Cash. It's up about 7%. Monero down about 9%. Still, you saw a pretty substantial rise in some of these coins. Ripple just a little while ago, I remember seeing that explode. Now it's back in the red. So a lot of these coins in double digits. Stellar Lumens, we saw a huge breakout in price. Now we're seeing a huge correction, down 30%. A lot of these other coins are down, double digits, but anywhere between 10 to 15, 20%. Mona coin was another one that exploded the other day, and we're seeing a little bit of a correction. So that's typically pretty common with some of these coins. I mean, you're not seeing. I mean, everything's in the red here. Everything's in the red. Good time to get into some of the altcoins. You can kind of pick them up on the cheap. But yeah, you saw a huge retraction. The market cap was much higher earlier today. Let's come into that a little bit. The market cap, I'm just going to look at the last 7 days. I mean, we were at 300 billion just a week ago. and we hit about 400, what is this, 450. So it basically went up by 50% in less than a week. And so you're seeing a little bit of a retraction here, but volumes are still remaining relatively high. And I think we're going to see that trend continue, as we kind of head into the weekend. So I think Bitcoin's price will probably start to stabilize. I mean, we saw a huge jump in price, and I don't really see that trend continuing unless the Korean market or some of the Asian markets really start to explode. But you saw the the percentage of trading with Bitcoin go up about 10 was previously. So yeah, just kind of look through that a little bit. Yeah, crypto is on fire. I was looking at some of my social media, people I never thought would have gotten into cryptocurrency are talking about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency on my different social and whatnot. ACC just stopped by to say hi, bro. Do you think Bitcoin should be in the book of world records after what it did today? Yeah, it was, man, I think it caught a lot of people's attention, that's for sure. And what was interesting is I really think that that was a very speculative run that I think was more based on some of the activity that we're seeing abroad. I just put 10,630 in BitConnect loans before this damn bull run. Yeah, I've actually been putting in. I started a little trend, and I might continue this trend as long as prices remain high. But I'm stacking. If you've been watching my live streams, I've been stacking BCC for a little while. I had about 200 coins that I was kind of working with, and so I'm starting to put out like $10,000 loans, which is roughly about 25 coins or so. If as long as prices remain high, I'm gonna continue that trend until maybe it's all gone. We'll see. But yeah, I'm putting quite a bit into BitConnect before this meeting we were going to have in Dubai. Typically, when I go to some of these BitConnect events, I get more and more confidence with BitConnect in the platform. So I start to invest more and more into the platform. And so I'm kind of doing that a little bit more prematurely right now, with prices and things that we're seeing. When you're seeing prices really spike and you're seeing a lot of volatility, that's a great time to kind of lock in some of those prices into a loan. And there's a little bit of security with BitConnect loans that you're locked into this platform as long as you have your access to your account and whatnot. It's a little bit of a safer way to kind of store some of your cryptocurrency assets in a little bit of in a different way. I like BitConnect, but I feel like I could have made more by selling it. Don't you think? Yeah. When it was at 450, that was really, really high. Um, in all honesty, that was probably a good time to kind of get out. It really just kind of depends because like I was, when it was at 450, I was still seeing, the trend of a $22,000 Bitcoin. And I think that's something that we might start ramping up towards as we get into the futures market that's going to be opening up here on Monday. So for those of you that don't know, on Monday is going to be the first day of futures Bitcoin trading on the stock exchange, New York Stock Exchange, and in New York. And so that we could see a huge explosion once this really kind of enters that space. And we've seen a huge ramp up in price, and so typically that's a little bit unsustainable. It's a little unsustainable. However, things are really starting to change where you're starting to see people enter into into these markets that weren't in there previously. I mean, we still haven't hit 1% of the total monetary supply in cryptocurrency. I mean, I think we still got a ways to go. Clover, did you see the Bart Chilton interview on CNBC? No, I have to take a look at that. Do you think Glenn is exiting in 6 months with his new passport? I don't know what you mean by exiting. I don't think what happen is it's really gonna follow volume. So you're gonna if you know, I was speculating that we were going to see Bitcoin at like, you know, $12,500 by the end of this year, and we're way low on that estimate, you know. So you know, now it's looking like it's going to be closer to 20,000, which is, you know, almost double, you know, what I was anticipating. You know, there was, you know, there's waves of adoption and waves of kind of new money kind of entering the system. What we've seen a pretty gradual rise with the overall market cap, the trading, you know, that we've seen. Let's see if we can pull this out. So the total market capitalization. Let's bring this into. Yeah, so this is the last 3 months here. And so you're seeing right here at the bottom, you can really see the volumes really starting to pick up, you know, right in November. And if you even bring this out to a year time frame, you know, in the, you know, March, April, May time frame, and it's not even, the volume's not even really showing up. Whereas, you know, we're seeing a huge increase here just recently. So let's zoom this into the last month. But you're seeing things kind of start to go exponential, and different times of the year, you're seeing more and more activity, and that tends to kind of reflect these high volatility times in these different areas. It's cool that a lot of guys on my stream here know each other. I think that's a little bit of community there. Yeah, BitConnect's way down. I should have put in some loans at 450. Don't you think Ethereum is a better investment? No, I don't. I think a lot of money's getting sucked out of Ethereum through a lot of the other platforms that are going to be kind of, you know, running off of the Ethereum platform. Let's take a look at Ethereum real quick, because that's been one that had a lot of activity earlier this year. It really exploded in price, and it's kind of remained relatively steady in terms of let's bring this in here a little bit. I mean, it's not really doing a whole lot here in terms of you know, price. It's, yeah, what about them crypto kitties? Yeah, I don't know. You're gonna get some more things like that when you've got you know, your head person Vitalik is wearing unicorn t-shirts and whatnot. I mean, that's going to be the type of market that you're going to be getting with those types of platforms. I don't know if you're going to be getting that with a more of a community-driven platform like BitConnect. Clover's 20 crypt kitties. Yeah, but I wanted to kind of show you this, guys. So if we come in here, you know, Ethereum is it's widely distributed, and its price is relatively steady. You know, kind of any bouncing between $400 and $500. But there's a lot of other technology that run off the Ethereum platform, and so you're seeing a little bit more of those coins rising in value, and in a sense kind of extracting value from Ethereum. And so, yeah, this is what I was going to show you guys here. The one, like, Ether Delta is not really the most user-friendly platform to be trading, but these are all different technologies that kind of run off of the Ethereum platform. So Vertasum, Populus, OMG, you're seeing EOS, 10x, Salt. You're seeing a lot of these coins that have kind of performed pretty well on the you know, in the market, but they tend to you know, there's a lot of value here that I feel like it's being redistributed from, you know, Ethereum. So you're seeing a lot of people that are in Ethereum, and you know, I don't hear a lot of people making money on Ethereum. Just hit 20K here in Korea. I know it was just 18K just a second ago. I mean, that's what I'm looking out for. Is where's the volume? Like where are prices? I'll check prices real quick, see if it's changed in the last 20 minutes. Yeah, it's getting up there. Yeah. So BitThumb, I'll bring this in here. BitFlyer is another one that's really kind of come onto the scene here. Really trading pretty heavily in Japan. Let's take a look at BitFlyer real quick. So BitFlyer is not really trading a whole lot of different cryptocurrency pairs, but the thing to look at here is really the trade volume. And if we come into the exchange, even though it's only trading, 3 different pairs, it is where do we have it here? It's number 9. So quite a few different exchanges that they're doing quite a bit of activity. What would happen if BitConnect went down for good? Well, let's see a lot of unhappy YouTubers, that's for sure. Because I think the one thing BitConnect that they've done really well is they've cornered the YouTuber community. As far as YouTubers that are promoting cryptocurrencies on different social media platforms. The thing about BitConnect that I'm probably most impressed with, especially here over the last 3 months, is that you have almost every major cryptocurrency, YouTuber personality or whatnot that is promoting the platform in a positive light. But I don't see it happening anytime soon. They're going to be putting out their roadmap here pretty soon. We're going to be seeing a lot of different things happening after some of these different meetings that are coming up here. Hey Clover, had a question. If I were to send money to my family in the States and they buy Bitcoin for me, will there be any issues with the tax office? Well, it's kind of a CPA question, but if they're sending money, so you're talking about sending money and then buying Bitcoin. I don't think so, because I think one of the big things that we're seeing with kind of taxes in general is that you're seeing people are if you're getting into cryptocurrency and you're keeping in cryptocurrency, it's when you pull out. So if you're buying Bitcoin and say it goes up in value and you pull out, that's essentially what the tax man wants to have a little bit of access to, right? BitConnect site back up. I know they were having some problems. I got on there one time and they were having some issues. Sometimes I feel like it's a browser. Like I was on Chrome, wasn't working. Then I got on Safari and worked fine. So that's another thing to try. And sometimes, like if there's too many connections that are hitting the website, it'll it just won't work for a little bit. Yeah, I think it was a server load issue. So, yeah. All right, well, I'm going to get off here in a little bit, but I got to show you guys this beautiful spot. Nice little Christmas tree in the background. Whoa, step there. More and more you start getting into cryptocurrency, the nicer and nicer the venues start getting, huh? Yeah. Can you talk about the Asian purchases of U.S. treasuries being replaced by crypto? I'll have to look into that a little bit. Um, yeah, I don't know if I'm the best person to really talk about that. I mean, I'm kind of looking at it more as like a purely cryptocurrency based assets and some of those things. I'm not really looking at it from the stock exchange, looking at treasuries and whatnot. To me, that I don't have a whole lot of interest in that because for me, I want to get completely out of fiat. Clover, you got to tap into some of that Wi-Fi. Is it breaking up here a little bit? Any plans on coming back to San Francisco? Yeah, I mean, San Francisco is a nice city. You know, I try to make it out there, when I can. I mean, if there's an events or some of those things that are kind of going on, that's a little bit more what appeals to me. Right now, everything that's kind of going on in Asia, um, and certain different localities, and that's kind of where I'm looking to kind of travel and be around. If all of a sudden, the futures market starts taking off, we start seeing a lot more activity in Asia, or I'm not in Asia, but in San Francisco, in the U.S. and particularly in like New York, San Francisco, Chicago, some of these major financial hubs. Yeah, I mean, I'll be looking to come back. Yeah, you should go to Korea. Yeah, I'm planning on being out there in January. I'm going to be out there for about a month. Maybe I'll kind of hang out with the Olympic crew that's going to be out there. Clover, how did you first find BitConnect? Were you surfing YouTube or? Yeah, so I started doing YouTube videos and I started doing Instagram videos in April and really just basically went full into crypto at that point. And I was just on top of all the different trends. And so one of the trending topics in April was BitConnect. I saw it kind of trending for a while. I didn't really get into it. And then I got into it in mid-May, and I remember after kind of just testing out some different things, I remember just like staring at a computer screen for 3 straight days. I didn't get very much sleep, and I basically scoured the internet for everything I could possibly find on BitConnect. I had I just pretty much researched the crap out of it, and kind of came to a conclusion that I believed in the platform as being one that is possible with the current state of the cryptocurrency market. They were the first successful lending platform that came to the market that offered a sense of security, financial security from the coins going up and down. So yeah, we're seeing a lot of copycats. A lot of people are coming on and trying to copy BitConnect, and I think that that was the innovation. I typically I try to follow more of the technologies and whatnot that are really at the cutting edge of what's going on. So if I see a platform or something that's doing something innovative, I typically like to try to do a lot of research behind that and typically will kind of start investing in it. That's why, like for instance, like the Binance exchange, I've been really interested in because some of the things they're doing is pretty innovative. You're not seeing other exchanges come out with their own coin or marketing the same way, and they're also doing quite a bit of volume. So I'm really interested to see how they're doing. What's going on, John? BCC needs newer tech and more innovation. So they're going to be bringing on some different coins. So you're going to be able to get into BitConnect through a lot of different altcoins. Which ones they're going to be bringing on the platform is still, I think, something that they're kind of working on. But yeah, there's been a lot of different rumors that they're going to be bringing on a lot of different altcoins and kind of bringing in some more diversity into the platform here pretty soon. Have you heard of some of the big banks are delaying Bitcoin futures that were going to come online this Sunday? I haven't heard that, but it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, the banks like to manipulate the market. That's one of the things they're doing best. Speak right Japanese. Thanks for suggesting do marketing for Japanese audience. Okay, yeah. That'd be kind of cool to have some of my vlogs or information kind of translated. I think that would be a really cool deal. I'd be up for doing that. All right, I've been on for quite a while, so I think I'm only going to stay on for a few more minutes here. So if you guys have any more questions, I'll maybe take another question or two. Any thoughts on Dr. Roy Murphy? Yeah, so Roy Murphy is kind of the unofficial official BitConnect channel. So he's posing as BitConnect. He's making YouTube videos as if he is kind of the official behind the scenes, but he's not. He's just an English guy that's that's very smart. He's got a programming background. He's definitely has some strengths, yeah, he's coming at it from a little bit of a different angle. When it comes to the referral systems and getting referrals with BitConnect, I think you're seeing a lot of different people that are trying a lot of different creative ways, like creating banner ads and essentially putting in like a very generic name into into the sponsor referral program just to get people signed up, because once you get someone signed up, as of right now they can't change their sponsor. So that's so as long as you can kind of get someone signed up and get them putting out their first loan, it's kind of a tricking people into the system. That's what I don't really like about it. Have you heard about the Dubai BitConnect meetup happening next week? Are you going? Yeah. So I was invited to that, so I'll be going out to Dubai for that meeting. I've been in that circle for a little while. I know all of the top promoters. I know most of the people that are in the BitConnect circle. So I'm very interested in going back and meeting up with those guys. Yeah. So I'll be giving you guys footage from Dubai. I'll be out there. I'll be live streaming every day. I'll try to give you guys some more insights. I need to get maybe someone that can help me with more of the video setup and whatnot, but yeah. All right, guys, we're pushing 40 minutes, so I think I want to call that a stream. I'll